Good evening, guys. So in this sessions, we can solve a 35th and 36th question. So 35th question is similar to your 34th question. So as per that informations, you need to get current liabilities 2 lakh. So you can calculate by using that current ratio. Current assets 5 lakh. Stock 22 lakh. That is by using quick ratio. Okay. Next one is, so they're telling that the you can check with your question. They're telling that current assets include stock, debtors, bills receivable, and cash only, and they're giving in cash is equal to 50% of bills receivable. Bills receivable amount is equal to amount of debtors. So in order to find out cash and debtors, we need cash. Sorry, in order to find out cash and bills receivable, we need debtors. So for that I am taking debtors as x. So now debtors, bills receivable, and cash, that is current assets equals stock, debtors, bills receivable, and cash. Now stock we know 2 lakh plus debtors we need to assume as x plus of bills receivable equals to debtors. So when debtors is x, bills receivable also x. Cash is 50% of bills receivable, that is 0.5. 50% of x is equal to 0.5 of x. Okay, next, that is 5 lakh. You will get debtors as 1 lakh 20. Next, that is bills receivable. Again, next you need to find out cash. They're telling that 50% of bills receivable, so 1 lakh 20 into 50%, you will get 60. So remaining, which is similar to your 34th question. Now interesting question. Okay, so will be, so in previous sums and all, in this two, that is previous two sums, we used to find the informations regarding only balance sheet. So we used to find here also we need to find balance sheet items only, but with the help of profit and loss account also. So you need to analyze each and every point. Okay, now gross profit is 20% on sales. That means if they're giving these informations, so we can find out cost of goods sold and we can find sales. Now with your observe your formulas, cost of goods will help you to find out stock. Okay, and sales will you help out to find out assets. There is a assets turnover ratio, remember. Next, shareholders to equity, that is shareholder fund share capital 50,000. Credit sales to total sales, that is they are giving credit sales. Credit sales means they are giving into find out datas. That is uh, you can find the formula in debtors turnover ratio, credit sales divided by average debtors. Some, okay, next, total assets turnover ratio, that is sales divided by total assets in equals 3 times. That means we need to find out total assets. Sales we can find with this one by using this 60,000. They're given 3 times, so if you multiply you will get total assets or divide. Next, inventory turnover ratio to cost of time, that is 8 times. So here they have given cost of sales, that is inventory turnover ratio to cost of sales is nothing but cost of goods sold. Now we need to apply one formula. Inventory turnover ratio equals inventory divided by cost of goods sold. Now inventory turnover ratio is 8. Cost of sale we are using finding year. Okay, so if you apply you will get inventory. Okay, next, so in the current assets you would find debtors, you would find stock. Next, average collection debt collection period is 360 days. Same, it is related to your debtors. Next, current ratio is 1:6. That means in order to find out current assets and current liabilities, long term debt is 50% of equity. Now we need to find out shareholders equity, long term debt, creditors, fixed assets, debtors, inventory, cash. So now, so with the help of this you can find first assets. Okay, you can find total assets. Now, so I'll be finding total assets. They have given in that assets turnover ratio equals sales divided by fixed assets. Sorry, total assets. That is assets turnover ratio is 3 times, but we don't know sales. So by using this equation, I need to find the total sales. That is, it will come 3 lakh. Okay, that is 20%. 60,000 equals to 20%. What is for 100%? You will get 3 lakh. So we are getting 3 lakh. So total assets will become 1 lakh. Okay, so that is 3 lakh divided by 1 lakh. Next, so we can find out the easy equations first. So they are telling that long term debt, again I am telling when you are specifying any information. For example, here shareholders equity they have given, long term debt we need to find, right? So you need to assume that whether we can find long term debt equity or not. So for finding the long term debt we need equity. We have equity, we can easily find long term debt. But for finding creditors we need total current liabilities. Okay, we don't know, right? But we have long term debt and shareholders equity. With the help of this we can find out the creditors or current liabilities. Now I am finding long term debt, that is 40% of equity. So equity is 50 into 40 will get 20, that is 20,000 is long term debt. Now creditors, that is total liabilities plus of share capital, long term debts plus creditors. Now we don't know total liability, but as per accounting rules the assets equals liabilities. So we have total assets, right, that is 1 lakh. So total liability will become 1 lakh equals share capital is 50, long term debt is 20 plus creditors we need to identify. So if you use that equations you will get creditors of rupees 30,000. Okay, so creditors, so we got current liabilities, remember. So this equations will help in finding the current assets. Okay, now in current assets you have first one debtors. So debtors we need credit sales divided by average debtors. Now or we need debtors turnover ratio, we don't know anything. So what we can do, first we can find the debtors turnover ratio. For debtors turnover ratio we can use another formula, collection period equals number of days divided by debtors turnover ratio. Now collection period, so they have given in the question, that is average collection period is 18 days, 360 days in a year. So 18 equals 360 divided by debtors turnover ratio, will get debtors turnover ratio is 20 times. So we got debtors turnover ratio. And we have credit sales, that they're telling that 80% of the sales are credit. So total sales, so we had identified here, that is 3 lakh. So 3 lakh into 80% you will get 2 lakh 40. So if you apply this formula, 2 lakh 20 equals 2 lakh 40 divided by average debtors, so you will get 1 lakh 20 is your debtors. Sorry, 1 lakh 20 not 12,000 is your debtors. Next, so in your balance sheet, so fixed assets we can find later. Debtors we had found. Inventory they have given int, that is cost of goods sold. Inventory turnover ratio equals cost of goods sold divided by average stock. So first we need to find out the cost of goods sold with using this equation. So we'll be cutting 2 lakh 40 as your cost of goods sold. So stock, that is inventory turnover ratio 8 equals cost of goods sold is 2 lakh divided by stock you will get 30,000. Next we need to find in current assets the remaining is cash, right? Now how to identify cash? By using current ratio. Current ratio equals current assets divided by current liabilities, that is current ratio is 1.6 equals current assets we don't know, current liabilities we had identified here, that is creditors we don't have any other current liabilities 30. So we'll get current assets equals 48,000. Okay, now so this simple equation, total current assets includes stock, debtors, cash. Total assets is 48, stock is 38, debtors is 12. What is cash? Cash you will get 6,000. If you transfer this to there, I hope you know the maths. Okay, so you'll get 6,000. Now final one is fixed assets. Okay, so fixed assets you can take here the total of assets minus current assets, you will get fixed assets. Or you can use with this equation, total assets equals fixed assets plus of current assets, that is 1 lakh equals fixed assets of 48, you will get 32,000, sorry 52,000. So you need to prepare this balance sheet. Again I am telling, don't calculate any other extra adjustment which is not required for this question. And when you are calculating you need to be very careful. For example, if you are calculating debtors, you need to have sufficient information. Okay, I will get debtors turnover ratio, credit sales, average debtors, but you will not find any information. Again you need to scratch that, don't do that mistakes. Okay, thank you.